All right, guys, hello out there. The purpose of today's video is to test to see if a string is a palindrome using recursion. And a palindrome is a word that is, or a phrase that is the same front ways and backwards. So like this, Madam, I'm Adam. As you can see, the letters are the same going forward and reverse. So we're going to test if the string is a palindrome, and ultimately we're going to be left with either true or false. So first, of course, we need to make a function. We're going to call it isPally because that's what we want to determine. Is it a palindrome? Function. And it's going to take a string, okay? And as always, you want to console log after the fact to see what's the output. So the string that we want to test this with, we'll try it with Madam, I'm Adam. So since this is a palindrome, at the end of this function, we want it to return true when all this is over. Okay, but meanwhile, let's just return the string so we know everything works. Okay, there it is. All right, now since this is recursion, we're always going to need a base case at the start, meaning we need something to tell us when this recursion should stop. All right, and what we're going to do here is we're going to whittle away at this string by getting rid of the first and last letter each time. And what that's going to do is cut the length again and again. So if the length is down to 1, or if the length is down to 0, we know that we have a winner. It is a palindrome. So we're going to say if string.length is less than 2, meaning either the length is 1, which it would be here, I in the middle, or if it's an even number of letters, it would be 0, we're going to return true. That's what we want to happen, is for it to keep cutting down until the length is 1 or 0. So meanwhile, if the length is more than 1 or 0, then we want to see if this first letter is the same as this last letter. All right, so the way we do that is we're going to say if string.char at 0, which is this m, if that m is equal to this m, which we call by saying string.char, char at string.length minus 1. So if this m is equal to this m, which they are, spoiler alert, we want to cut those m's off and try the process again, going from A to A. So the way to do that is we're going to return string.slice. Oh, just kidding. We're going to return isPally of this little slice of the string A to A. And the way we do that is we're going to slice it from 1 to string.length minus 1. Okay, so now it tests A to A, and if that's the case, then we check to see if the length is less than 2. If it's not, let's run it again. All right, but we don't want to return string anymore. Let's say this doesn't work out. Let's say it's like this, where that m is not there, and it's not a palindrome. This is not it. Well, the way to let our viewer know that is by putting that false at the end. So if it fails this test, it's just a false. That's the end of it. But if it is truly a palindrome, then it should pass the test every time and eventually whittle down into 1 or 2, like this, and then we will get it true because it is a palindrome. All right, and we're left with I. Okay, so hopefully that was a helpful explanation of how to test if a string is a palindrome using recursion in JavaScript. Thanks a lot.